welcome to Graceful Artisans. Today I'm doing an intentional pour, and as you can see I have covered the canvas with, I would say, 2/3 black in the center, 1/6 sky blue light on the top, and 1/6 very pale magic green on the lower edge. So it's a canvas that's 70 by 30 centimeters, nice long canvas. And in the center, I'm only going to be blowing out my bloom in the center. Probably, I mean, it might overlap the lower edges of the other two colors a bit, but that doesn't matter, as long as the bulk of it is in the center. So I'm going to be pouring out colors in white and silver and pearlescent white, and then I'm going to be blowing it out, as I said, into a bloom, this way and that. And then I'm hoping to shape it into a lovely furry animal, a black and white panda bear. And if these other colors overlap the black and white, that's fine, because I don't want it to just be black and white. It would be a bit too harsh. So there can be a bit of the other colors in the background. They already are just seeping into each other. It was meant to be straight, but somehow they just started seeping into each other. So that's fine. Let's see how it goes. The first color I laid on was white, which is a bit too much. Oh, I'm a bit annoyed about that. And now I'm going to pour on some silver, which is a mixture of two silvers, because neither of them are very powerful silvers, and you do need a bit of a glow here. So the one is quite a sort of pearlescent silver, and the other one is more of a, I don't know, champagne kind of silver. And now I'm going to do another. So that was the pearlescent white, actually. Yeah, where's the silver? Oh, there's the silver. So that was the pearlescent white, which looks silver on the white. And now I'm going to do another very thin layer, hopefully, of white. And now the silver, which I'm going to do with a teaspoon. It'll be interesting, and that stripe through the center is way too thick. It really wasn't supposed to turn out like that, but it is what it is. So I'm not going to scrape the whole thing now. I'm going to start by sort of going almost to the top 2/3, and blowing that out for the head. I wanted some black around the edges. I think I need to pour a little black around the edge there. I just wanted a little black around there for the ears. So, I mean, there are many ways I could have approached this, and it's not going to be exactly like you would see in a photo of a black and white panda, but that's the whole idea, is to do something artistically interesting. And many artists have blown out paintings with black and white and silver, and they are very pretty, very lovely, just as blooms. And so I know that there are colors that really do work together, and hopefully in this configuration they will also work. So I'm going to start there. blowing because I wanted some of the black to show up, and it is finally starting to show up in the limbs, which are black. And then the body is normally white, and the head is white with the black nose. So that's fine. I've got the essential colours in place, and I'm going to just leave it to dry. And then I will paint away the colours that I don't want once it's dry and leave behind the colours that I do want. The silver kind of didn't disperse into the rest of it. Even though I tried, it just seemed to stay in the centre. Maybe I should try a little bit more. There's some of it going there. I'll give it one more blow. And the head has got quite a bit of silver in the centre, which is fine for the features. But perhaps as it dries, the black will show through more. I carried on blowing, and now there's more black showing through. And I've covered more of the canvas than there was covered originally. The blue part mostly blew away. The green stayed. This paint down here didn't want to move. But it's coming out nicely here with some little, I don't know, cells and lacing there I can see. And there, it looks interesting. And here the silver, it's mainly sort of settled through the centre. So now I'll just leave it to develop and see what it looks like in the morning. This is how the painting blew out, and although it certainly isn't what I expected it to be, it's because I carried on blowing and blowing right to the edges, trying to get the black to come out. But there still isn't as much black as I wanted, but that's okay because there's lots of lovely other interesting developments that have taken place. I really liked, for example, this bit and this. And I've also seen how the white and grey, silver, pearlescent white all blend together beautifully with this pale blue. And I think that will make a lovely blowout if I do those colours, those three, black, white, silver, pearlescent white and pale blue as a painting where I just blow out blossoms in the four colours on a blue background. I think that'll be lovely. So I'll do that maybe next, but in the meantime I thought maybe I should reuse this canvas and pour fresh painting over it and do it again. But then I decided no, I'll make the most of it, because what I don't want is really very black panda bear. They do have a black neck and black arms and black legs, and sort of the lower part of the torso is black, and then the centre is white and the head is white. So not a lot of white and a lot of black, but just having grey with black around the edges will be more than enough black for me in a painting. I don't like a painting that has too much black in it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just sketch on the outline of a bear now with some of the black paw, which is going to be difficult to show you every move I make, because it will be easier to do this, on the table rather than upright. But it's not easy to film it while I'm doing it in this way. And I don't have a sketch of the panda bear, so I just need to occasionally look at some photos of panda bears. And I'm going to do one where he's sitting up, or she is sitting upright and chewing on her bamboo, and maybe there's a little panda sitting next to her. So originally I wanted just this part to be the bear, but instead it blew out there. So that's going to just form part of the background because it's so lovely. And so the head, I'm going to just sketch in the ears here, and the ears are black, and depending on how you look, the angle you see the ears at, they might be sort of short or they might be quite long, and then sticking to the head like in a quite low down there. But I'm not going to do them like that. I'm going to do them like this. I think they'll just look cuter this way. And the panda bear is so cute, it almost doesn't look real, but it is. Nature is so cute. And then they have these very droopy black eyes, which are also this shape, where you have the eye sort of in the corner there, and then all of this is just black fur around the eye. So I'm going to have to just do the outline of the head here with a little bit of black, which I'll paint away with white, just so I can get some definition in this, because this is a lot of white in the painting here, and silver. Oh dear, my cats are at it again. Oh, they just can't bear each other. Ginger girl. That's a rough outline of the bears. It's nowhere near what it needs to look like. The proportions are definitely a bit off. But I had to sit down. I just couldn't manage bending over the table. And this chair is a bit low, so I'll see. I might have to move to another chair. I also had to take my cat out. She's just menacing the other poor cat. It's so unfortunate. I love them both, but they do not love each other. So, and the jealousy is so intense that if I don't give her attention, then she will just attack the other girl. So this is what I'm doing, and I've got a mixture now of just dry acrylic, which I've mixed into the wet acrylic, because I don't want it drippy, but I want it to be runny enough that I can wipe it away if I don't like it. And I'm loving the silver. Like, I don't really want to paint away these parts. They're such lovely mixtures. So where I can, I'm going to just keep the outside black and the inside will be grey. I think that will be the best. I smudged away part of it. That's the eyes up there, and then this is just the black fur under the eyes, which forms the bridge of the nose. But it needs to be, the eyes look very close together, so I need to wipe that away. So that's the beauty of doing it like this. I can wipe away with a wet wipe what I don't like. And she's going to be holding her bamboo with this paw. And the bamboo will be going into her mouth. And they have an extra finger, an extra bone in their hand, which is like an extra finger, in that it enables them to hold the bamboo, to grasp things. This I need to wipe away. Maybe I'll just do it. So I'll do it slowly, because I want to really just have a look at it as I go, and make sure that it's going to look lovely, without being too much black. And this is meant to be white, and it's got a lot of white in there, a lot of fluorescent, a lot of silver. Do I need to add more white? And there needs to be a contrast between the black areas, which are the arms, and the middle of the underneath that part of the neck, and the legs, and then down here there's a bit of black. This is all meant to be white right there. It doesn't have to be visible, and then the head of course is white, with the ears being black. Maybe once I've painted in some white around the head, it will look a bit better. Neck coming down like that. And of course I need to put a bit of sparkle in the eyes. As you can see that those are the eyes, and I almost see them as it is, but most people, when they look at a photo of a panda bear, they'll think this whole thing is the eye, and it's not. It's just that part is the eye, and that is the fur. And then to show the claws, which are kind of sticking out down here and up there, there'll be thin little bits of white. So I'll carry on, and I'll bring you back when there's more to see.